Foreclosure investors, you need to watch out when you're buying a property at auction to make sure you're actually purchasing a first mortgage and not a second mortgage. This is Dave at TitleSearch.com. One of the most notorious stories that I've heard and remember from talking to clients throughout the years on title searches has been a client who called up. They had just purchased a property at auction that day, and prior to the auction, they did not do a title search. But after the sale, they wanted to make sure that the title search had been, or the title was clear before they took title to the property. The only problem is they had already paid a deposit, a 10% deposit on this property. The property was $1.1 million, so they had paid $110,000 worth of deposit against the property. So they paid a certain amount for this piece of real estate at auction. We did a title search. Come to find out, the auction was for foreclosure on a second mortgage. That meant that the first mortgage was still in place on top of that. If you added up the first mortgage plus the $110,000 they paid and plus all the other fees, the dollar amount was more than the property was worth, meaning that it would have been cheaper for them to walk away from their $110,000 down payment rather than to go through with the purchase. It was probably a very difficult decision to do that. Could have been prevented by spending a couple $100 on a title search prior to bidding on the property. I don't know what the reason why the client didn't, but that's one very good reason for running a title search. In addition to making sure that there's no liens, making sure that the mortgage that's being foreclosed, that's being auctioned, is actually a first mortgage and not a second mortgage or even a line of credit. Sometimes lenders with lines of credit will even foreclose on their positions. We've seen homeowners association foreclose on HOA dues. We'll talk about that in another video. If you have more questions about title searches, you can reach us at our website at TitleSearch.com.